Hey Tinge Boy, welcome to Dropzone. So, I will start off with this saying this was provided to me for review, and as such, I did receive it at no cost to myself. I feel that whenever I get something of that nature for a review or whatever, I should come out and just say that up front, because why is that something I need to hide? It's not something I need to hide. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, enough of that. What is this game? This game is Dropzone. So I will be having another video come out later, not much later, but a little bit later, that it was the first take of it, and I was doing it live. This is post-commentary. I kind of stumbled through that video because there was so much going on, so much for me to concentrate on and do that I didn't feel like I gave the game justice. This game is actually very fun, and in this I am playing against the AI because it's a lot easier to get a quick video done. The matches are only 15 minutes long, but it was a lot easier to get a quick video done and out. Playing against the AI, I am playing on easy, but I will say this game on any harder difficulty and versus the human players is a lot harder. So in the video that will come out later, I'm playing on medium instead of easy, and I'm having a hell of a time because the game is actually hard, but I'm also trying to talk and commentate over everything at the same time, so I'm kind of stumbling over stuff. I still want to put that video out, but I still want to talk about the game as is and what the game, well, is. So, Dropzone here is kind of a mixture of an RTS and MOBA. So you have three characters that you control. It's very similar to Crater, if anyone has played that game or knows what I'm talking about. You have three characters you control. They all have their special abilities and what they can do. Now you need to use those together and kind of micromanage stuff to make a good working team. And for me, I actually did a good job this time, but I'm also, granted, playing on easy. Easy, you can kind of cheese out the opponent, because if you really just sit around the goal, which is this centerpiece right here, you can make them not go to it, and I kind of do that later on just to be mean, but it makes me get all the points. Anyway, as you can kind of tell, the goal of this game is to get things called cores. You get the cores from the Kavash, which are the big alien worm type creatures. Right here, for example, these bug alien guys are the Kavash, and they drop cores. Well, the Hive. It's called the Hive. The Hive does. It's a big worm in the center. Drops these cores. They're the purple things right there. You pick them up, you take them to the drop zone. Obviously, by the namesake, you take them to the drop zone, you uplink them, they take them away, you get extra points. So, that is the main gist of the game, is you just take a chance and you just kind of do stuff. You do stuff in a way that makes sense, and you work it out yourself. Everyone plays differently. I am not really that great at this game, and really am only doing an okay job because it is on easy. But I will say this game is ridiculously fun. It is a blast. I've been playing it off and on all day. I've been having a wonderful time playing this, and a very joyous time playing it. And I would recommend anyone and everyone who is very curious about this game to check it out. I will put the link to the Steam page in the description below. There will also be some other information too about the package. So I got the Squad Edition of the game. There's two main editions. There's the Squad Edition and the Commander Edition. And the Squad Edition just gives you a couple extra nifty little thing. They're little portraits. So up in the upper left-hand corner right there, that's a portrait. You can change your portrait to whatever you want it to be. Granted, as long as it's within the game type thing. You can't put your own portrait up as far as I'm aware of, and as far as what I was seeing. So, you can't use your own portrait, but there are plenty of provided ones. Also, specific little mech guys have what are called alter egos. They're just different skins for the mechs. The Squad Edition comes with one of those, which is Recon right there. It kind of has a patriotic red, white, and blue color scheme to his mech. I do show that off in the second video. So again, if you want to watch a second video, that will be up on the channel later. And maybe if I remember right, I will add a thing at the end of the video linking to it. Who knows if I remember to do that. But yeah. Anyway, the game itself is pretty straightforward as long as you can micromanage your team, your squadron, to go and get what you need to do. The biggest problem is your teammates cannot do anything by themselves. You can't send one off to one area to take out a hive and then have the other two taking out a separate hive. They all have to be taking out the same hive, or at least two. Two people, you could probably get away with just two people, as long as they have higher health to them. Higher health, higher damage. I'm running a fairly lean team right now. A fairly lean team, pretty much. They have a fairly decent damage output, and they have okay health, but it's not the best health. And so, they kind of get taken down a little quickly, especially Turbine there, who I seem to have to back off a whole lot more than any of the other guys. But if you also watch, he is a mechanic. I think it's mechanic. So the enemies actually target and focus on him more than the other characters. And so they focus on him, they focus fire on him, and he draws a lot of that damage away from the enemies. Now, the AI player doesn't seem to target any specific enemies, just kind of whichever one is closest. The Kavash, on the other hand, has targets they like to pick on first. So if you watch Turbine right there, they're picking on him first, they're targeting him, and they're going after him. Fury, the guy that showed up, is actually targeting Turbine because he was closest, and Warhead, I believe, is the same. He just happened to be close by. Now, I'm going to lose, I think, yeah, here it is. I lose Turbine. So, when you lose your teammate, they do respawn. There's a timer on their name down in the bottom, and up at the top on your score, you actually see a tick down for them coming back too, which is really nice because it'll actually show all three of your teammates if all three of them get taken out at once. It's a really nice system. I like having it in two different places because you can actually focus on the bottom, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on the bottom and seeing when the respawn will happen. But when you're out on the field and you're looking around, looking at the top, it's actually really quick and simple to do, especially if you have more than one character out at a time. You can look up there and see when they will come out, when they will respawn. So here, I'm just kind of waiting on the respawn because I'm, 4 points ahead. I'm doing well off. But again, I want to iterate. This is on easy. This is a cakewalk. It really is. Playing on easy is a cakewalk. Playing on medium just ramps up the difficulty like no other. The AI player really goes after you. It's a very unforgiving game. And my nice little double kill, which I was not expecting. But yeah, the game is very unrelenting playing against the AI. I have found playing against other players, while still challenging, is a little bit easier right now because it doesn't seem like there's a huge user base for this game yet. But that doesn't mean you don't get into matches pretty quickly, because you do. There's a 5-minute max wait time to get in a match if you do like a quick match, but I've never had it last more than about a minute. So going into a quick match is really actually quick. And then once you're in there, I think there's a 20-second tick down, or maybe it's a 30-second tick down, pretty much just to go into the game. It may even be 15 seconds. I cannot remember. I actually think it is 15 seconds. I don't think it's 30 seconds. But yeah, this game, it's really fun. It is. It really is fun. I'm actually really glad I have got the opportunity to really look at this game and do a good review on it. This wasn't on my radar. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't on my radar at all. But I was approached and like, hey, do you want to review our game? It's fun. It's kind of a MOBA RTS game. I'm like, sure, I will review it. It looks fun. I watched the trailer for it. It didn't look okay. It looked good. Words. I'm good at them. The game looked good. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? I will give this a try. I will review it. I will put out my honest opinion on it. My honest opinion is this game is fun. It is ridiculously fun. I never really felt like the game was at fault for anything that happened. As ridiculous as the game gets in harder difficulties, I never felt like the game was... I mean, it was out of my ability, but that's what it was. Is my ability wasn't that good. I didn't feel like my ability was there, but the game itself was bad. The game is good. It is frustrating on higher difficulties, but I never got mad at the game, which I think shows a really good sign that you made a really well-balanced game. Is you're not mad at the game because you're failing. You're just frustrated at the fact you're failing. So, I wanted to point that out because it's such a different thing. And here, this is when I'm starting to kind of be a little mean to the AI player. So playing on easy, if you camp the center spot, the uplink, the AI doesn't like going over to it. And even when they do, you can take them out pretty quick. And what's also really nice about this is there are certain things like this. That's an orbital cannon. It tracks the player, or tracks the target, not the player. Tracks the target that you're targeting and fires on it. Now, on Recon here, the guy I have selected, or did have selected, the first slot, Q, is the very first... attack, little whatever spell, it's not a spell, but ability you have. And on Recon, it's a missile strike, and you can actually lead that missile strike and actually fire ahead of targets and hit them, because it doesn't track on a player, it tracks on a position on the ground, so you can actually fire in front of your target and take them out. And I did that earlier on, but with everything going on, I don't think it was noticed. But there's a lot of strategy to this game of itself that, I mean, it takes a bit to get used to. It does have a learning curve, but it's really nice that it has the ability to not just be online only. You can play against an AI player and kind of get used to the game and build up your confidence in it, which is really nice. That is something that in other online games I have that is really lacking, in my opinion, where you can't just play against an AI and build up your confidence and build up your build up your knowledge of the game. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. This game is fun, it's good. There's a download link or the Steam page in the description. But I'm going to end it here for now. This has been Ninja Boy, and I will be back later with something else. See you guys then.